Welcome back to the Scuf Gaming Showdown. If you guys were worried about missing the NFL draft, don't worry. It's been 32 minutes, and they've only picked 3 players. The first one off the board, Clowney. Number 2, it was the offensive tackle, and then we just saw Jacksonville Jaguars went after Blake Bortles, so he's off the board. Manziel still up in the running. But more importantly, FaZe Red is up 2-1. We're going to game 4. Same map, I believe. Is it going to be Octane Dom?
Have I not been drafted yet? I'm sorry. Really? No one's drafted me yet?
I would definitely draft you.
I think it would be great, wouldn't it?
I'd be the best water boy ever.
Oh, wow, really? Wow, that was a low blow, really, wasn't it?
What would you play? What would you play if you were a professional American football player, Ben?
American football player? I don't know, dude. I'm really good at catching. Like, I am actually really, really good at catching.
I don't believe that at all.
All right. I tell you what. Come MLG Anaheim.
I get to throw things at you.
You can throw things at me, and I will catch them. I'll be like,
I like it. I like it.
That's gonna happen.
That will happen. All right. So, game 4 is the same map. After watching them in blitz, can you say one team has the advantage over the other? Because that was a 45 cap game, just a 1-point differential in blitz.
Yeah, it was pretty difficult to separate the two. I think it's fair to say, but. Domination, obviously, very different game type. How is Embos going to play on this map? That, to me, is the big thing. If Embos plays well and he picks up those kills, OpTic should take it. If Embos has one of those maps where he just doesn't seem to be a factor and he's just basically neutralized by FaZe, then FaZe should manage to close out this series.
Ooh, I'm excited, man. Will OpTic force game 5? Will we see another Search and Destroy that is not Sovereign? Or will it be over right here? So many Remingtons. Replays pulling it out. JCap pulling it out. On the other side, we're going to see just Scumpy, I believe. Actually, Proofy sticking with the Remington. So 2-on-2 here off the break.
Let's see. I'm curious to see where Proof is actually going to go with this. Because it wouldn't surprise me if he's the one that captures home flag and allows Scumpy to put that pressure on the B site, and maybe Embos and Nadeshot really push that far right-hand side. But I'm curious to see what Proofy does after he potentially caps that home flag. Is he going to go top motel, try and give Scumpy some assistance there? That would be the normal thing to do, but I know Proofy likes to think outside the box at times, so I guess we'll have to just wait and see.
All right, Proofy on your screen. He's Benson's player to watch, and he's going to get his A flag. Part of the reason why he puts up over 5 caps a game when they play domination on average. Off the break, though, look at this sneaky move here. Nade shot in the back pawn. His teammate went to gas. That was Embos.
You see, that's very risky, because look at what's happened now, Puckett. That B flag has orange arrows surrounding it. It's all FaZe. So Embos and Nadeshot playing that sneak, trying to get it back behind FaZe, it can work and it can be fantastic, but if it doesn't work, this is what happens. You have 3 players go down, you lose complete map control, and FaZe at this point could just jump on that B flag and cap it very quickly.
Yeah, JCap so far pushed up as well after winning those initial gun battles. The Remington turn-on is going to clean up Proofy. Nadeshot falls as well, and B flag will be taken by FaZe. If JCap can secure these kills, Replay is going to do it on his own with a 2-piece.
Nicely done from him, and I'm looking at that scoreboard already. FaZe with the slaying ability, and JCap actually really far pushed up. I mean,
he's at A.
Yeah, he's kind of just chilling. He's just like, hey, I can go for the neutral if you want me to. But he did finally get taken down. Now OpTic going to try and jump on that B flag. It's going to be Mr. Embos trying to cap it. He's 50% through. Should be able to get this, because OpTic is set up perfectly here. He does get it. Can he get out with his life? That's the question. Yes, he can. So nice little play there from OpTic Gaming.
All right, so Embos 0-4, but able to get that B flag. The slaying has been done by Scumpy so far for OpTic. He's 5-3. Let's go to him now. Picks up his 6th kill. Looking for number 7. Will find a bullet in the face. And FaZe continues with map control. Another player on B. Replay is going to cover him well. And just as I said that, Replays did not stop that player from killing JCap. And B flags going back and forth. OpTic just retook it.
And nicely played by them, and it came down to just a good couple of trading of the kills. Embos 1-6 though. Now I did say it is going to come down to how well Embos plays. Luckily his teammates just slaying everything they see almost instantly. Now, I'm going to keep my eye out on Embos, just because I want to see if he can try and just light up, because he is one of those players that can just flick a switch and all of a sudden just he doesn't miss. And he has picked up another kill, but he gets a little bit unlucky there with some classic Call of Duty timing. So I did that classic Call of Duty timing.
I got it. Classic got the kill on Embos.
I thought that was pretty good.
It's very classic. Scumpy, though, I think he might be challenging up top here, Pawn. What's the game plan? It looks like now he's feeling confident, gonna get up there and do the damage. So, Scumpy, really impressing me again. 9-4 leads all players. He just seems to be able to kill faster than everyone else in the game every time I watch him.
It's so true. And then people say, oh, it's online. That's why you see him do the exact same thing when it comes to a LAN setting. He just seems to have like an extra, 0.5 second reaction time than any other player on the game. It's crazy how quickly he can turn and react to things that he sees.
On the other side, you see JCap has retaken pawn control, going to leave that as they try and push in for B. Both teammates falling, though. JCap's going to have to do the slaying. 3 down for FaZe. JCap last man standing. B recovered by this OpTic squad. And if you're JCap in this position, what are you trying to do, Ben? Die.
I was going to say stay alive, but sadly that wasn't to be. 3 players as well go down. That's going to leave Theory in not the best of positions, knowing he has to track back to try and pick up that kill. Does get the defensive kill just in time, stops it being neutralized. Classic picks up nade shot as well. Can FaZe build on some momentum? Theory with that trophy system and nade maybe should have been pushing a little bit closer towards that B flag, but no one there from FaZe able to help him with the kills. So OpTic looking good to hold this lead and potentially push game 5.
Theory's got to step it up in the slaying category. That's what I'm seeing being an issue right now. Sometimes when he needs that big one-on-one, will not be able to get it. There he did get a kill at the same time as JCap cleans up 2. That will give them B control. Can they hold it, though, for the last 50 seconds? They're definitely not going to win the round, but they cannot go down big at the half.
Yeah, they need to just try and hang on, for lack of a better word. And 3 down, that's definitely going to help. Proofy goes down as well, so that's technically 4. Scump straight off spawn. He's not really in a position to try and push that B flag. FaZe pushing for that trip cap. They really are being very, very aggressive, and they're closing that deficit just bit by bit. Now just at 20 points with 18 seconds left. I don't think FaZe are going to be able to get that neutral now, though. I think it's just a little bit too much to ask, and it really isn't going to influence the game that much in just the last 10 seconds. But still, they have reduced it just by, I would say, enough to make it catchable.
All right, so the difference after your first 5 minutes, it looks like it's going to be 90-74, 16-point advantage for OpTic Gaming, and on Octane, honestly, that means nothing. I think if both teams can, if neither team can grab B, that's where it's going to get dangerous for FaZe. But if FaZe can do what they did on that first side and get 3 down early, they could quickly catch up. They're just going to need to hold on to it and not let Scumpy catch them off guard like he did in that first side.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be the thing. Contain Scumpy, because he is one of those players, as we know. I mean, 16-9 that side. I mean, again, he dropped some serious numbers at UGC, dropped serious numbers all day long, and you do need to just try and kill him as quickly as you possibly can in every single game type. Because if you think about it, because there isn't a game type really where he doesn't perform well.
Interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. Ron is doing the stats in the back, aren't you, Ron? Yes, he is.
You say hopefully.
Ron is keeping track of our stats. We will be awarding a Scuf MVP. Not this one here. This is my hybrid. But you can get a custom MVP Scuf if you put up the best stats for the day. I think Scumpy definitely in the running on the FaZe side. A number of players have had big games. Classic, I think we said he was our Blitz MVP just based off of the way he was playing. And Theory having some big numbers so far, says Ron. So Theory, surprisingly, that first side of Dom, not his best. He's got to bring it back here on side 2.
Yeah, they all do, to be honest with you. And it comes down to just showing down those OpTic players straight off the bat. They have not a massive lead, but it is still pretty large. They need to try and reduce OpTic with that advantage. So FaZe need to start strong. They cannot allow OpTic to cap that B flag. Now, if I'm OpTic, though, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to know that Puckett. So I'm not going to go for that B flag at all. I'm just going to slay. I'm going to post up around that B flag, wait for FaZe to push on, because they're the team that need to make the move, pick up those kills, and then when you get 2-3 players down, potentially even 4, that's when you cap the flag without any risk whatsoever.
All right, I'm just going to set my camera up here in the middle of the map. How does OpTic play this? Let's watch these OpTic boys off the break, and then I'm just going to sit on this B flag. Who does the damage? That is the question. Now, Embos, I have to say, doing a pretty solid job filling in for this crew. He was the first pick for OpTic Gaming. They had the 3rd pick overall. They went right after their former teammate. Happy to fill in tonight is Marcus, and off the break, proof he's going to get C once again. Let's follow Nadeshot and Embos, see where they're headed. Ooh, stun hits them both.
Wow, that's just unfortunate.
And Classic's on B already. Can they get him off?
Well, someone needs to. There is one player there. Who is it going to be? Oh, he's gone down. Fantastic.
Wow.
Fantastic stuff. Let me tell you right now, if you're an up-and-coming player, you want to figure out how you play Domination Octane, what you want to do is you want to watch this VOD back, and you want to just watch those arrows move from FaZe straight off the back. That was phenomenal play from them. And now they have that 2-cap, and they've also got Classic on that Humvee head glitch. This is going to be so hard now for OpTic to try and adapt back.
Classic was not able to pick off that player up top. That's still going to cause some problems for him. His teammate getting right into the mix. Looks like he will clean up the kill. 2 down for OpTic and FaZe. This is a bit questionable in my book. Classic trying to push into their base. Going to be touching C, but will that allow OpTic to get into B? I questioned it, and I was wrong, man. Classic says, Puckett, shut up. I got this. Gets both kills. Not an issue so far. They will have the 3-cap at the break.
But someone needs to shut down Nadeshot. He's the only OpTic player alive. He's on the B flag as well. Has it neutral. And obviously, neutral isn't ideal. FaZe should be able to just jump straight back on that JCap. He's middle map, also replay, so that's going to be a trade. But one FaZe play is actually at the C flag. It's going to be Classic. Oh, he got 1 kill with a pistol, nearly found the 2nd, but Bose manages to hang on to dear life. But look at the lead in the 2nd side.
Look at Replay's 9 streak. That's what you got to look at. It was actually just 8, but 9-1 off the break for Replays. He did a lot of the cover fire for Classic as he capped B. Classic staying aggressive on that objective. JCap, Replays, in theory, doing the slaying off the break.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty impressive, I guess. You know, 9 kills that quickly. I'll give it to Replays. I'll give it to him. He was a player in Season 1 who really did perform very, very well. And I don't know, I think he was a little bit disappointed with how his performance went at Champs. But, you know, I think he's one of those players who he's a very mature individual. He definitely can keep his head up, and he's playing very, very well this evening. And Classic is just doing the nasty on that B flag. Classic, please stop it. Oh my God, just this is just brutal right now. It's the Classic show. It really is. He is doing absolutely everything for his team, and you've got to love that spot as well.
Nice rotation around this motel. He is just hanging out in front, causing so many problems for OpTic. Big part of that. Theory and Replays helping him out. These guys just know the positions that they need to watch. The Remington skill from FaZe is on another level. OpTic doesn't have an answer. Another player tries to get in B. JCap takes out Embos. Proofy fall into Theory. OpTic simply getting outslayed. Look at those kill columns.
Yeah, it's just parallel difference. It really is. Classic 12 kills, Theory 10, Replays 11. And one thing I just saw was just, I don't know, it just opened my eyes to the way FaZe have played this, and it kind of just highlights the evening, I guess. Is I was looking at Replays. He was top pawn, and one of the OpTic players jumped onto B flag, and he didn't even look at B flag. He looked for everyone else on the OpTic team that was going to try and help that OpTic player on the flag, and he just had so much faith in his teammates to get that kill. He didn't even move, and it worked out so well. He managed to get 3-4 players down. So that trust and belief in their team just really is coming out on top this evening.
I watched a nice little JCap spree here as he was doing damage on the left side. Classic's going to pinch in on the right as you have Theory now pushing on the left. FaZe just swarming all over OpTic from all different directions on their spawn. Finally, OpTic trying to do some damage, trying to get B control back, but Classic top pawn should be able to pick up 2, if not 3 here.
Well, the game now approaching the last 60 seconds as well. Can FaZe just keep up the pressure? OpTic actually pushing for a trip cap. It was Scumpy, but he got shut down. And looking again for him to really just try and push that far left-hand side. Needs to defend that B flag. No, can't afford to lose that at this stage of the game. Scumpy needs to pick up the kill, but no, the flag goes neutral. And with 39 seconds left, that's absolute disaster. They need to jump on that if they're going to have any chance whatsoever.
What a performance here from FaZe on the second side. Down 14 at the half. Able to come out blazing, and they have not slowed down. 95-52. The number's still ticking up for this FaZe squad. They're going to leave B neutral, and OpTic knows they are done here in match number 1. What an opening strategy. Man, on Monday on that ESR, I'm going to break this one down inch by inch. Where did they go? How did that break work? Because OpTic, it all started with the single stun that hit both Nadeshot and Embos. From there, FaZe had total map control.
And as soon as Classic jumped on that B flag and you had replays slaying around him, you just knew FaZe were going to get the momentum. And, whoever gets the momentum at the start of that second side was going to carry it away. And FaZe, they just looked phenomenal.
If you add up Classic and JCap, you got 29 and 10, 17 and 10 as well from replays. Everyone doing their role. FaZe Red going to take game number 4 and the series 3-1 after an overtime win on Blitz by just 1 point. Benson, this is going to be tough to pick out an MVP, my friend. Just based on what you saw before we look at the numbers after the break, who are you leaning towards?
It has to be between Classic or replays, 100%, but I would edge a little bit further towards Classic. I think he was the one making some of those clutch kills.
All right, Classic had a pretty huge ace in that Sovereign game of Search and Destroy. Had some huge plays there in the final game. Also, some big caps. We'll come back with all the stats when we return.